Hello people, I'm the Real Comic Book Gamer. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the Star Wars Battlefront Beta. Now, like a lot of people, I've been waiting for the next Battlefront for 10 years. It's been a long time and it's finally here. I figured I'd give my thoughts on it. The full game obviously isn't here, but the beta is, so we at least get somewhat of what the game's gonna be like. We get a good idea of gameplay and stuff, but only a few maps and game modes and stuff. So yeah, I've been seeing a lot of negativity surrounding this game, whether you look at YouTube comments like just go to a big YouTuber that's posted Battlefront gameplay, look at the YouTube comments. A lot of people are commenting how crappy the game looks to them, and then you've got people in the actual game who are complaining about it. Heck, I even played Battlefield because my friend was downloading the beta, and so while we waited we just played Battlefield, and someone in the chat was saying how much they hated Battlefront. I was like, what is this? So yeah, a lot of hate's been surrounding this game, and it's just a beta as well. First off, let's talk about the gameplay. Now, to me, everything gameplay feels good and smooth. Like, it feels fluid, and I really like it. Like, the shooting mechanics are great. And the only thing that I'm really missing is the fact that I wish there was still a role like from the old Battlefronts, but sadly there's not. But it's not like game breaking. It's not like there's no roll, I'm not gonna buy this, even though I pre-ordered months ago, but that's besides the point. So yeah, like everything in gameplay feels good when you're from just running around as a soldier to being Luke or Darth Vader. It's great. I love it. It feels like a battle, and this game feels really hectic, even though it's only a 20v20 game mode. And like, I love it when you have TIE fighters flying overhead and stuff, and the explosions, everything look great. But anyways, I'm not talking about graphics right now. I'm really talking about gameplay. So the vehicles, they all play pretty well. I love the way the AT-AT and the AT-ST play. I think they work great. Some people might complain, oh, you're overpowered and you're not balanced. It's an AT-AT and AT-ST. Of course they're going to be super powerful. Like they're incredibly powerful vehicles, and I love that. I'm glad because in the alpha they weren't that powerful, but they've buffed them since then. I really hope they keep them that way, and they don't and they don't nerf them, because I like them being super powerful. I think it's really cool, and you can get on some streaks in both of those vehicles. You can go on a rampage, and it's great. I love it. The flying is much better than the alpha. In the alpha, the flying was terrible. Like, it didn't feel smooth or anything at all. It was terrible. Now, it's not the greatest flying I've ever seen in a video game. It's like not as good as Battlefront 2, but it's pretty good. It's fine, and it's much better than it was in the beta, and I like it. But I don't really fly very much because I kind of suck at it. But it's not like it's terrible anymore. Before, it felt like all jaggedy and not smooth or anything. Also, as you just saw there with that Vader thing, one thing they need to do is they need to separate the players from the turrets, because when I hit him right there, it just does like turret damage. And as you can see, I killed myself. Also, that is gameplay from the Darth Vader gameplay that I used yesterday, but this time it's the full match, and I just didn't edit the Darth Vader part out, so that's why Darth Vader's still there. But anyways, let's talk about the tokens, the power-ups you can pick up on the maps. Since the vehicles are power-ups as well. I personally wish the vehicles would have been like Battlefield, where they just spawn out of the map and you can go in them or something. I would have been fine with that. I'm not a big fan of them being power-ups, but it's not that big a deal that they're not actually in the map, that you just get a token spawn in the sky. But yeah, fine with that. The other power-ups are cool. I like having like the random shields and thermal like detonators and stuff. I think that's cool. I like that. And yeah, the Jedi's being a token, I'm fine with that as well. I kind of wish they would have done it to where you had to earn it, but at the same time, I'm fine with it being a token, because when it's a token, it makes it so much more special when you actually get it, because you'll just see it appear on the map and just start running towards it, and it's great. I remember when I was playing, and this guy was like 5 yards ahead of me, and we were racing towards a token, but I had a jetpack and he didn't, and my jetpack just refilled, and I jetpacked right over to the token and got it, and I was like, yeah! And so yeah, it does make it a lot more special when you actually get the Jedi though. But yeah, the power-ups are pretty good, and then you got your sort of little perks. I think they're called star cards, which give you like different equipment and stuff. And I always have the sniper, the jetpack, and then the by default, which is the I don't remember what it's called, like the plasma stuff. I don't remember what it's called. Like it turns your laser blue, and it does like more damage towards the vehicles. So yeah, that's what I use, and I think it's good. I love the sniper. I think that's a really cool thing to have a rechargeable sniper. Some people probably complain about the fact that you have rechargeable thermal detonators instead of it just running out. I'm personally fine with it. Like, I don't see it that big of a deal having rechargeable thermal detonators. Like, I don't have people spamming grenades that much, so it's fine with me so far. And I like that element of the gameplay. I think it's cool. Now the Jedis themselves, I talked about them. I did a whole video on the Jedis yesterday, but now that I've had more time to play with them, my my view of them is still the same. I think they're really cool. But after the first wave of the terminals, it gets a lot harder with the Jedi because you're more out in the open and people just hit you from all sides, and that's how you die. Like, if you want to survive with the Jedi, either go inside the hangar, or if there's no one inside the hangar, you're gonna have to rely on like your teammates or something, because you cannot survive that long by yourself, because it's just like, it's hectic. You're getting shot from all sides and you just die real quick. Like, the Jedis don't last very long, the Jedi and Sith. And yeah, I think the heroes play awesome. They're really cool. And my only real complaint is the fact that the voice actors were terrible for Darth Vader and Luke. I really wish they'd get different voice actors. But gameplay-wise, they're pretty great. I think they need to make them take a bit more damage, though. I think they get damaged way too easily, because right now they're not super powerful, but they are definitely powerful. You can go on like a 5-kill streak with them, easy peasy. So I do wish they would make them, though, have a bit more resistance to damage. One of the things I really do like is, I think it's 5 health, it's like 5 or 10 health. Once you get to like 5 or 10 health, your health stops draining, because if you don't know, as the Jedi, what you do is your health is constantly draining, and to gain health back and, you know, sustain yourself, you have to kill people. So you're basically a Jedi vampire. That's what it was in Battlefront 2. And it's the same in this. The only difference is the fact that in this, when you kill someone, you get hardly any health back. You get like 1 health for killing someone. And so, yeah, it's not very much health. And for that, I wish they'd make it more resistant to bullets. Well, not bullets, but to lasers. Or maybe just make you heal more when you kill someone, because as of right now, you don't heal very much at all. You get like 1 health per person you kill. So yeah, but I do like the mechanic of once it gets to like 5 health, you have to finish them off yourself. They don't just die of drowning health. I thought that was a cool aspect of it. And yeah, the Jedis are great. Now let's get on to game modes. First up, we have Walker Assault, which is what you guys have been watching right here. And yeah, Walker Assault's a lot of fun. It's sort of like Rush from Battlefield, as to where you have these different terminals that you have to go, and if you're the rebels, you have to go and turn them on, and it'll activate Y-Wings. And you try to get as many Y-Wings as you can until the AT-AT gets to a certain point. And once the AT-AT gets there, then the shields will shut down and it's vulnerable and you can shoot it. And then that's when like the Y-Wings will come in right then and stuff, and they'll start like bombarding it right before the shields go down. And so yeah, that's what you do. And then when you're rebels, I mean, not when you're rebels, when you're Empire, your goal is to stop them from activating the terminals. And if they do, your goal is to just go and shut it down, like you see right here. And yeah, I like the game mode. I think it's cool. A lot of people are like, oh, the Empire's so overpowered, his teams are not balanced. Which the Imperials are definitely more powerful than the rebels on this game mode, but not by much. Like, the advantage isn't that much in their favor. The reason the Empire wins over the rebels almost every time is because of the fact that everyone's trying to play team deathmatch and not the objective. That's the problem. Is you have all these different people that are just trying to play team deathmatch as the objective, and if you do that, the Empire is going to win. They have the better weapons, and not weapons, but they have the better vehicles and everything, and they will destroy you. But if you play the objective, you can win like pretty easily as the rebels. Like, me and my buddy were playing, and it was just me and him who activated the terminals. I'm not even joking. It was only me and him that activated them, and we almost took down both of the AT-ATs. Plus, you actually have to start shooting them when their shields are down. I'll see people still going for kills when the shield's down. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you going for kills when the shield's down? We're trying to take these guys down to win. So yeah, it's basically, if you could have like 6 people that are actually playing the objective, you can win pretty easily, like, over the Empire. And I also like the fact that the Empire has the advantage on this map, because it makes sense. Think of the actual Battle of Hoth. Who had the Empire? I mean, who had the advantage? It wasn't the rebels. And there, just Luke murders me. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna make a video later on how to win as the rebels, because it's possible. Like, in one match, we had so many people actually playing the objective that we won before they even got to the second wave of terminals. It was that quick. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And so yeah, once I make a video about that, you guys will see that gameplay. And the other game mode is Drop Zone on slowest, which is sort of like a moving domination type game mode, where you have this drop, you have this like little this escape pod that you have to go up and do, sort of like you have to do with the terminals here. You just hold down E on it, or whatever, like whatever system you're on. You just go, you hold down a button on it, it's captured. Someone else will come and try to hold down their button, and it'll capture it for them. And whoever captures the most wins by the end of the game mode. Or is it like who? I don't know if there's a time limit or if it's like once you hit a score limit. I don't remember. But either way, that's like the way the game mode works. It's fun. It's not as fun as Walker Assault, but still fun. And the map is pretty good. I'm fine with it. They all look cool. The maps look really cool. Then you have survival, which is just basic survival. There's not much to it. It's cool. Like you're going against stormtroopers. I wish they'd have more waves. Maybe it's just because it's the beta, but there's like not really any waves in the beta right now. Like it's very short, but it's still pretty fun. And yeah, that's all the game modes we got. Now let's move on to the more technical side of everything. This game is the best looking game I've ever played. So yeah, we're moving on to graphics and audio, but yeah, this game is gorgeous. It's so good looking, and I said that when the alpha came out. I was like, this is the best looking game I've ever played, and the beta looks even better. And as you saw with like that TIE fighter exploding, just everything looks fantastic. I'm not even running it maxed out. I'm running it all on high settings, but not on ultra, and it looks fantastic. And especially one thing I encourage you guys to all do is go into a match and turn off your HUD and then just start playing. I did that. It looks amazing. The game looks like a movie, and it's just fantastic. Because up until the Battlefront Alpha came out, I was like, oh yeah, Arkham Knight's the best looking game I've ever played. And then the Alpha came out, I was like, holy crap, this game's so good looking. And then it's not just Hoth. Like you play on any game, any map, and it's like this game is still gorgeous. It's not like just Hoth is the only good looking one. They're all great. The graphics are fantastic, and the sound design is, oh my gosh, it sounds just like the movies. It's perfect, especially when you're playing as the Jedi and you hear the lightsabers and everything. Again, the voice actors are terrible, but the actual just normal sound is great. I love it. And when everything's moving around, like the AT-ATs and stuff, and the blaster sounds, and just everything. It's like Star Wars. It is Star Wars, and I love that. It's so faithful to the originals, and I think that's great. Just hear, like, you'll hear you'll be inside the hangar as the rebels, and then you'll just hear a TIE fighter fly over, and it's like, oh god, they're coming. And then you'll just hear like the sort of hiss of a lightsaber. I don't know what the right word for that is. It's not really hiss, but you guys know what I mean. And it'll be like, well, yep, I know Darth Vader's around here. Run. If you have a good headset and you're playing this game, you know your ears will thank you later. It's just, oh my gosh, this game. Its sound is great. It looks fantastic, and like all the effects are great, like for the lasers and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of it for my thoughts on the beta. I personally love it. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I have no idea why so many people are complaining. Like in the Battlefront beta, if you just look at the chat a lot of the time, you'll just see people like, oh, this game sucks. And it's like, yeah, you're terrible at the game, so you're complaining about it. I am a die-hard Battlefront 2 fan, as a lot of you guys know. I loved Battlefront 2, and I love this game right here. It feels like a natural evolution of the original Battlefront combat, and with a ton of new stuff added on top. I love it. I can't wait for the full game. I'm not going to have a life when the full game comes out, because I've played this beta so much that when the full game comes out, it's going to be ridiculous how much I play it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you are playing the beta right now, because remember, if you're on PS4, Xbox One, or if you have a PC that can run it, you can play it right now for free. It's open for everyone. So if you have played it, please let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think? Well, what do you guys think of the Battlefront beta so far? Because I am personally loving it, and I see a lot of people that hate it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.